In this video, I'm going to go over how you can launch and test micro SaaS ideas in under 10 minutes. And this is useful if you use Zapier or any other no-code automation. Plus, even if you know how to code, I think this tactic will help you test a lot of possible micro SaaS ideas as fast as possible. So let me get right into the automation and show you guys what I built. This is the landing page, and what I have is a Zapier automation. So Zapier is this no-code tool, and basically what I did is I have it where I can paste in text and it will summarize it, and then it will make a post to my LinkedIn. There is no backend call to handle all of this. This is all handled with a Zapier automation, and you can see that I've pasted in my text, and then if you give it a second, I have my automation post a summary of that text I just pasted on my LinkedIn. So this is the text just posted. I'll show you again. This is for testing purposes. So I have like this random, I'm posting in the content. I click submit, and what's happening on the backend is it will use ChatGPT to summarize the thing, and then it will post it to LinkedIn. So it's a basic automation, but shows the power of Zapier as a way to test ideas fast. Let me refresh the page and show you. This was posted now, and this was the post before. This is key because it allows you to test ideas fast. The reason is you don't have to code any of the automations. You only need to create the automation in Zapier and have a nice front end that you can also make with other no-code tools. Then you can just test a lot of ideas. So for this idea, it's basically like a social media manager where we can post to different platforms. Right now I have it posting to LinkedIn, but let's say I want to add like Twitter. I can add like a X. So let's say we also post to our Facebook page. We just have to connect to our Facebook page, and then we can also post a message to our Facebook page. And the great thing about Zapier is that there are so many different like platforms. So let's say we also want to post to Discord, for example. This is great because you can find ideas. Let's say we're interested in social media design, and what we can do is we can find ideas that are already profitable and making money, and then just create automations to test those ideas in the market. This idea here is create a YouTube thumbnail in 3 hours for their video, and it's already made over $100,000. So what we can do is we can create a Zapier automation to fulfill this problem. So instead of having ChatGPT, we can use something like DALL-E or any of these other AI image generations, and then have it generate the image and then email the image to the customer. The entire backend flow could be done in Zapier. The only thing that you need to worry about is just finding the idea plus spinning up a nice looking front end and just get connected to Zapier. Yeah, I can show you guys an example of how you would do the thumbnail idea. So basically you have this webhook by Zapier. Basically what this is, it allows you to call this endpoint. Zapier will basically, it's a trigger to start this entire automation. You just have a webhook as the way to start this automation. And then you can use tools like OpenAI to create images. There's also a bunch of other apps that you can use, but for creating a thumbnail, let's use DALL-E. Thumbnail for my video, you would get the input from the webhook, then you can set size, quality, whatever. We can also test the image that is generated with DALL-E. So we're testing it now. So this is the image. We can paste it into our thing. This is the image being generated. Instead of just emailing it, we can post it to LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you can put the response, right? So the response is this. So this is a link to the image, and we can have it post to our LinkedIn plus any other integrations. We publish it and our entire backend's done. You can see how fast I created this backend flow, and then we can test it right here. So let's say thumbnail for my video called how to create micro SaaS. It's taking the input, calling our Zapier backend, and then it's gonna create the image, and then it's gonna post it to our LinkedIn. So just give it a second, and hopefully we will have a link to the image on our LinkedIn. This was our last post. We're gonna delete this, so it's kind of spammy. Maybe refresh it and see if the image is created. There was an error with the automation. It's saying the update content comment is missing. Click on Zap runs and it will do it. So this is just one example of how you like find out if your Zapier has some issues. So basically, I'm not sure why this did not work. Okay, so this is also another tip that you should test out. Okay, so we had the wrong Zap. So basically Zap response. So this is why you should also test every step and make sure that it's working before you publish the entire automation. So if we go to our LinkedIn, and you can see this is the link to the image. It was successfully generated. Let's publish it and test the flow again. So let's go over here, and now for my video called how to create micro SaaS with Zapier. All right, let's submit this, and let's see if our post was successfully generated. So let's keep refreshing. Here in the history, it was a success. We should have our image here, which is correct. And now let's look at the image. So it's a pretty crappy image, but you can see that it actually got our input. It ran the Zapier automation, and then it was able to post to LinkedIn with the correct thumbnail. This was just a super basic example of how you can create automations. Obviously, if you spend a little bit more time, you can make it a lot more advanced. Again, making more integrations, making it like better image, whatnot. But this is just an example of how you can use Zapier plus a nice front end to test a lot of ideas fast. And it allows you to spend more time getting customers instead of figuring out how to build the backend. That's it. I will probably make other videos. So I will see you guys later.